Hello, and welcome to the Flo and Snow podcast. I'm Neavay.
And I'm Aaron.
Or Senor at Flochicken.
Yes, as I'm known online.
On my TikTok.
On your TikTok, yeah.
I have a snot rag if you're watching the video podcast because my nose will not stop leaking. I don't know what happened, but all of us are suddenly very blurry.
It just started all of a sudden today.
Yeah.
Everybody, yeah.
So.
Yeah, this is our podcast. It's the Flo and Snow.
We just said that.
Yeah.
Why are we starting this podcast?
We're starting this podcast, one, is because we originally wanted to do it because we're funny. And we like ourselves a lot. And we wanted to...
Wow, okay, ego.
We wanted to show others, like, our personalities, I guess, outside of whatever we post on. And so, like, originally that's what we wanted to do. Now, we wanted to do that plus, like, veteran wellness and resources for other veterans, stuff like that.
Giving military spouses, like, a voice, advocacy.
Yeah.
Really growing our community.
Yeah.
I feel like we have a sizable audience that we reach. I mean, have a reach of 150K across all platforms.
Yeah.
So, as great as that is, they know me as the cool alt mom on TikTok, and we're really just trying to give veterans and military spouses another outlet and another space.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing that we, like, recently came to light, I guess, in our minds, that we wanted to, like, help veterans out, help military spouses out, and help, like, active duty members find the resources and, like, needs and, like, community that they need, I guess.
I think this flows so easily for us and so naturally for us because your soldiers, their spouses, my community, right? My online community, they all already reach out to us for resources and help and guidance. And we love helping people. We love giving advice, resources in whatever way we can. And so being able to do it, to cast a broader net, makes this more doable. And we have been talking about starting a podcast for our entire marriage for 2 years plus now.
We could never come up with a name. We could never come up with, like, why we're doing it, and, like,
other than the fact that we're kind of funny, you know.
But I think that's the biggest thing now is, like, we, like, finally found ourselves, or, like, not ourselves, but, like, we found, like...
Stop saying, like.
Okay. We found what we want to do in, like,
we found
in the future,
space.
And we kind of, like, it shows where we want to be after, like, I get out of the Army and what you're doing now.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, so Senor at Flochicken, tell me a little bit about yourself. I mean, I know everything about you, but I love you, so tell me about yourself.
So, Aaron, right, that's my name. But everybody online, my online persona is Flochicken.
Where did Flochicken come from?
Flochicken came from a long time ago when I was picking my Xbox gamer tag. Flo is from my last name, Flores, and then Chicken came so randomly because I was listening to that song. It's like chicken noodle soup with the soda, or chicken noodle soup with the soda on the side, you know. And like,
no, I don't know that song.
And so I was like, okay, Flo Chicken, and that became my gamer tag, which I, like, named Flo Chicken for 14 years, 15 years.
I dig it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But active duty still in the Army, forward observer.
How long have you been in the Army?
16 long years.
16 years today when the podcast drops, right?
Actually, yeah. Today, when the podcast. Happy anniversary to my Army career.
We're so close to retirement. We're respect our rank.
Okay. What about you, Miss Neavay?
Hi, hello, good morning. My name is Neavay, veteran, Millspo, mom to 5. I did 4 years in the Army, and I worked in intelligence, and then I switched to logistics. We found out we were pregnant with our 5th child, and I really wanted to stay in, and you were supportive either way. I was really convinced that I was going to stay in. And then I hit about 6 months pregnant, and I was like, yeah, I'm not doing this anymore.
You're like, I'm done.
And, so I changed my mind. I made the decision to get out, and I've been out of the Army for about 1.5 years now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a content creator, a veteran advocate, a military, I used to have a speech impediment, okay? A military spouse advocate, and cool alt mom. Yeah.
Also, together, we are content managers of American Legion Gaming and Reading Forward.
No. We are content managers for American Legion Gaming, and we are the social media directors.
Yes.
For Ready and Forward. But English words are hard. Both of those are nonprofit organizations that we very strongly believe in and align with. I am also a local ambassador for Team Red, White, Blue, RWB, Colorado Springs. I help out at events with them, for them. And I feel like I have one more.
You are
that one's
the founder
I am the founder and director of Millspo Mom Talk, my pending 501c3 nonprofit organization.
What is that about?
So Millspo Mom Talk came from my TikTok. I made a satire TikTok playing on the secret lives of Mormon wives, talking about, the secret lives of military wives. This would be so funny, haha. I made that video with my best friend Cheyenne, and it did crazy numbers on TikTok, but I also had 200 to 300 comments begging for that, begging for a Millspo Mom Talk, a local community that people really wanted to make friends. And it's really hard in the military spouse community to make friends. It has such a toxic perception right now. And the goal for Millspo Mom Talk is to provide resources to military spouses and for military spouses to find a healthy, safe, non-drama filled, not toxic community. And we're really able to do that. We currently, our community is at 150 plus members. We have a Facebook group. The Instagram is, posting and growing every day. And we host events. This idea of starting it as a nonprofit came because we got invited to NatCon by our friend Johnny.
Yeah.
And we met so many people, and I was talking about my group and how I host all these events, and we're doing not nonprofit work. We're doing, community events, community work. We're hosting a baby clothing swap. We do get-togethers, and that it mainly operated out of our home, which then became a safety risk, but mainly operated out of our home and in public areas. And we worked with, housing. We were reaching out to MWR, ACS, and just trying to legitimize the group, and failing ultimately, right? And one of our now very good friends and soon to be partners was like, why why have you not registered this as a nonprofit? Why are you paying for all of this out of your pocket? Why are you doing all of this on your own? And I was like, I honestly didn't know.
It's honestly never crossed our minds or anything. So.
Yeah, we are very new to the nonprofit space, but I mean, we're learning as we go, and it has been a learning experience. However, it's been so great, and we have gotten so many opportunities out of it, including this podcast.
Yeah.
And I'm just really grateful. I'm really grateful for everything. And I'm really excited to see where we go with this. The big goal is to go national with Millspo Mom Talk. There are like branches of...
So you're just local now here?
For now, yeah. But I think because we are all... Our board of directors is 5 military families, right?
Yeah.
So as the military does what the military does and we all move to different places, we're able to expand. I mean, we're coming up on a PCS move probably the end of this year.
Yeah.
And we'll be able to take Millspo Mom Talk wherever we go. And so will the rest of our board of directors. And so we'll be able to expand and continue growing the community and continue providing resources and giving military spouses and veteran military spouses a space and a voice and the sense of community that is not drama-filled, toxic military spouses.
Like what? Normal, like, for the stigma of a military spouse.
Exactly. Yeah. And you see it all the time on the local Facebook pages for any installation. A spouse will ask a simple question because they genuinely do not know, and half the comments are calling them stupid.
Yeah.
And
instead of just helping them out real quick.
Yeah, like, and like, I was a young, dumb PFC at one point, and I did not know any better. I didn't know anything. And I remember being too scared to ask anyone a question. And I hate that the community is like that, and I hate that the online community especially tears new spouses and, you know, new soldiers, new Joeys apart for not knowing. We were all in their shoes at one point, and we didn't know.
It's our job to take care of them.
Exactly. And I think that's the biggest thing is I'm an Army brat who grew up in a very different time in the Army where we hung out in my dad's motor pool and we had like blankets and pillows under my dad's desk, and it was a very different time. And I mean, we were actively at war. Yeah. My dad was doing back-to-back, 12, 15, 18-month deployments. So all you had was your community. And it feels like we...
lost that kind of...
Yeah. It feels like the military, like in general, has lost the sense of community and like leaning on each other.
Camaraderie that is preached out when fire recruiters out everywhere.
I think that's still very strong within like the military itself, but like when it comes to spouses and family, that's not there. It feels like there's a disconnect.
Yes.
And so that was the hardest part for me coming into the Army, but also being a spouse is this is not the Army that I know and love, and not the Army that I grew up in. I know the Army to just take care of everyone, and that was the Army that I grew up in. Like, my parents were mom and dad before they were platoon sergeant and platoon sergeant's wife, before they were sergeant major and sergeant major's wife. They were taking care of people. We had my dad's soldiers over for dinner all the time. We were feeding the platoon all the time. I remember, I grew up in Germany, and I remember we would take trips to Paris with my dad's LT, I think, and like 4 or 5 of his Joeys, and we would get on the little bus, the double-decker buses, and we would take a bus to freaking France, and it was cool, and it was a good time. And I talk about all the time my Army uncles and aunts who still follow me, keep up with me, talk to me all the time. We wanted to go to a specific location, specific orders, right? And I reached out to my Army uncle and my Army aunt, and I was like, is there, like, when our marketplace opens, is there a way that we can make this work? And they were like, maybe. We could probably make this work.
Yeah.
And that Army uncle, their son, is an officer in the Army.
Yeah.
And when I joined the Army, I was told that I was going to have to salute him. And I was like, no, that's the same, like, punk little kid that I grew up with. Absolutely not. And I'm always at your office. We always bring the kids to your office because that's how I grew up. And we get weird looks all the time because, one, nobody wants to be at their job, but two, because why are you bringing your family here? But that's the way it's supposed to be.
Because it's supposed to be a community, like, more than just, like, going there to work, and, like, as easy and, like, boring the Army can be, like, on a day-to-day basis, like, it's still, like, your home away from home, I guess, and, like, that's your workplace, so, like,
you spend
should be
so
comfortable
much
there. And, like,
exactly, yeah, you spend so much time in your office and at work that it shouldn't feel negative, and it shouldn't be weird. I mean, it definitely is weird for your kids to be playing in the motor pool, but I definitely had our 7-year-old playing her Switch in my motor pool while I, unloaded parts and everything. And when I was pregnant, I would always bring donuts for all my Joeys, and that was how I announced my pregnancy. And my Joeys used to always come to our house for dinner and for drinks and to hang out and
play some games.
We host hangry FSNCOs like every couple months, and we have
get-togethers, barbecues,
and I would love to do that more frequently, just because that is the community that I grew up with. And I would love for everyone in the military, for their children, for their families to experience military aunts and uncles. I am closer to some of my military, like, aunts, uncles, and cousins than I am to some actual, like, blood-related family. And it's very important that those relationships are created but also maintained, and the only way to do that is by building that community. But if you guys are only communicating at work, then you're never gonna, like, for me, the way I would always word it when I was in is, like, I'm supposed to trust this motherfucker if I go out into war. Like, he's supposed to have my back. So if I can't trust him to come over for dinner,
why am I working with him?
Yeah, there's, like, such a huge disconnect. So ultimately, our goal is to change that, at least within our immediate communities.
How do you think that reflects, like, the way we see that into, like, spouses and the veteran community?
What do you mean?
Like, we talk all this time about, like, this community at work, right? Camaraderie between, like, the people I work with and stuff, but, like, how do we translate that into, like,
veteran space? The veteran space and military spouse space. So the veteran space is obviously very different than military spouses, right? Military spouses, they're still in it. You're still married to a service member who's still actively putting the boots on every day. And like we said, it's really hard to make friends as a military spouse. The community is kind of toxic. And so I think change for that really starts with things like this and community, and building a safe community, right? I think we are doing that with the military spouse community and Millspo Mom Talk locally. And I think even starting Millspo Mom Talk and, being invited to NatCon, we have learned about so many resources available for both veterans and active duty. And I've been out of the Army for a year and a half. We went to NatCon in January. And I just learned about all of these resources and communities and organizations that really care about veterans because they have been in my shoes before. And I really struggled when I first got out. I described the feeling as, what do I do with my hands? And I still haven't figured that out. But knowing it's a breath of fresh air and a sense of relief knowing that there is a community out there, because you go from working every day with some of your best friends to then you're out and you're at home and you have to figure it out.
Yeah, and not doing anything. Going to school with people half your age. So.
Yeah, and you know, your former best friends are still going to PT at 6 a.m. and still getting out at 1700, and they still have to go like police the motor pool and make sure that their joey's shaved.
Yeah.
Their military life continues, and your military life stopped, and it feels like they don't understand. So knowing that there is in fact a community out there that does understand and will advocate for you and will help you and will support you through that transition is beautiful. It's amazing. And I hope that we can bring light to all of these resources to anyone who is about to transition, considering transitioning, has already transitioned.
And that's like going back to like the NatCon thing, right? Like we like learn about these resources, and like even like me being so active duty, like I didn't know all this stuff was out there, and all this stuff that was out there, even for active duty members, I didn't know about. And I think that like going to that and like learning about all this stuff for veterans and that community space you're talking about, like really has driven me to like want to like push out the information to like everybody that I can and like everybody that knows, and that's like a big deal on like why we wanted to start this podcast, or like finally do it, like finally pull the trigger on it.
Yeah, I mean, so immediately after NatCon, right? Yeah. We had we've had soldiers that are transitioning. They've been in that period for a few months, and we had soldiers that needed immediate help. And because we learned about resources and we had some people that like we knew some resources.
Yeah.
But we met people and we were able to make a phone call and be like, hey, the soldier needs help. I know about this and this. Do you know anything else? Like, you're a lot more in this space. You're a lot more involved. Is there anything else that we can advise? My pouch. Yeah. That we can advise the soldier to do.
Yeah.
And they gave us 5 more resources, and that Joey was able to get immediate help.
Yeah, from all over, even local. Like, we utilized the Millsville Mom Talk thing, and like got this guy's house furnished, like, and everything. Like, it was amazing how fast like the community that we found.
Yeah,
like, activated, I guess.
And the fact that the community immediately answered the call, right?
Yeah.
Not just the people that we called, but we were like, hey, we have a soldier in crisis. Can you get, like, is there any help out there for A, B, and C?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, without going into detail, like, we literally gave food out of our own pantry to make sure that they were eating, and we sourced clothes, we sourced, like, kitchen utensils, like, blankets, air mattresses, and I'm really grateful that we were able to do that, right? But had we not been that soldier's leadership, like, what would have happened? You know? And so making those resources widely available and widely known so that more service members and veterans are not struggling is really the biggest goal.
Yeah, I think that's like a big thing. Like me, like approaching the end of my career, like, and like going to all these things. Have not found a purpose, I guess, but it's showed me things that I kind of want to do outside of the military, and like more. I don't know how to say it. Like
more proactive in the community. And
yeah.
that meeting we were in today, you know, your sense of purpose, finding your sense of
Yes.
purpose and all the ways it benefits your health in the long run.
Mm-hmm.
I think it kind of aligns with that. And for me, right, I have always said that I never knew really what I wanted to do specifically. Like, I didn't know any job, I didn't know any career field. I just always wanted to help people. And growing up, really, I was never really good at anything. But I've always been really good at social media and putting myself out there. And evidently, I'm not too bad at this, not too shabby. And if you have ever followed me on TikTok, then you know that I'm very open about my experiences in the military. And the amount of people that have reached out to me and told me that I encouraged them to tell their story, to report, to do the right things, or that I just, like, my silly videos helped get them through a hard time. And my online community really is so supportive, and I love them all. But all I ever wanted to do was help people, and I really feel like we're able to do that through these organizations that we're working with and through channels like this. I have to take this pouch out.
It's kind of like we finally found the voice to our social media and content creation.
Like a direction.
Yeah.
We're
not just posting content just to post content and get famous or something like that. We're just...
I mean, we've never posted with the intent of getting famous.
No, but like
we enjoy posting.
Yeah.
Right? But we really enjoy content creation in itself.
Yeah.
And we talk about so much online. We share so much of our story and our life and everything, but we didn't really know why. We were just posting because we enjoyed it. But now we have a direction that we want our content creation to go. And really, that's the ultimate goal of this podcast, is not just to share our story, but to help advocate for others.
Yeah, other veterans, other spouses, other service members, nonprofits and local businesses, and like things that we want to like highlight and show the veteran community about and stuff like that. And we wrote something down earlier, and like it's not the motto of this show or like this podcast, but like but it's service beyond the uniform, right? So like, what does service beyond the uniform?
So for me, again, tying into I've always just wanted to help others. Yeah. I think, so when you're wearing the uniform, right, it's very hua American, okay? Yeah. Like, rah, you're serving your country, screaming Eagles in the background, right? And you really do have a sense of purpose. Like, you wake up every day, you're a part of something bigger than yourself. And the thing we preach at MEPS, the thing we preach at every single award ceremony is like, hey, you're a part of the 1% of America that raised their right hand.
Yeah.
And then you get out and it's like, yeah, cool, you did 4 years. Oh,
no
you did
cares.
20 years? Okay. Can you make this Excel spreadsheet? I don't really care about your time in service. Like, thumbs up, dude. So translating all of the cool guy stuff that you did in the military into real life applications, whether it's at home and the transition, or whether it's in your community or in your career field, I think that's really important, because just because you took the uniform off, it does not mean that your service has to stop. There are still so many opportunities for you to give back in the same ways that you have. The way I would describe it is, you didn't just do 4 years. You didn't just do 20 years. You didn't just do 8 years. You gave X amount of time of your life to a military organization. It's your entire life. It's your family's entire life for that time frame. Our children, their entire lives have only known the Army life.
And that's all they're going to know for a while.
That's all they have known. That's all they will know. Like, PC, it is, I grew up an Army brat, and it is so ingrained in me that I have, I think the term is gypsy feet, where you have to move every 3 years. You can't. What? Okay. Well, growing up, that's what my parents coined it. But I really do get not anxiety, but the urge. Like, I don't want to live in any one place forever. That's never been my desire.
Like, you grew up in the Army, but like, I've been in the Army the past 16 years. It feels like it gets stagnant after a while. Like, I need to move somewhere.
A change of scenery. So anyways, service after serving.
Just beyond the uniform.
I like service after serving better. It looks different for everyone, and for me, the biggest thing is that you stopped wearing the uniform, but you don't have to stop giving back. You are so accustomed to giving so much of your life to something, and it better be something you believe in. You believed in the Army or the Navy or the Air Force or Space Force or the Marines, right? For so many years, and you believed in what it was going to do for you and what you were doing. And even on the hard days when you didn't really want to do it, you still did it because you were going to go to jail if you didn't. But
still, yeah, it was still part of their daily motivation. Even if there was false motivation, it was still there for them to go do that.
Yeah, and I think it's really important to highlight that the sense of purpose doesn't go away. You just have to find it.
You just have to refine it and change to whatever you're going to do after the Army, or military in general.
Yeah, we keep saying Army because I was in the Army and you were still in the Army. Whatever branch.
This is an open podcast to all branches.
Go Army, beat Navy. We lost this year. I think I'm like 99%.
Oh yeah, definitely.
We lost. What else do we got?
I think just really
You know what we haven't touched on at all, and it's gonna spearhead this topic a little bit. We're a blended family of 7.
Yeah. I
did not have 5 kids. No, I did have 3 of them though. So it's gonna change subjects for a minute, but also I have severe ADHD, so this is pretty aligned with the way my brain thinks. However, do you want to talk about us, how we got here? I mean, so for me, right? People think we've been married 10 years, and that is absolutely not the case. How did we get here? How long have we been married?
We've been married almost 2.5 years. Yeah. Got pregnant 3 months after we got married. Got married.
Wait, okay. Hold on. Let's tell the full story.
Hold on. We got pregnant 3 months after we got married. 4 months actually. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And then we got married about 45 days after we met.
So how did we meet?
We met at in-processing here. So yeah, we met. She saw me and immediately fell in love.
Okay, hold on. Rewind. All right.
Yeah.
No, use my computer. Okay, so we met at In Processing here at Fort Carson. We're very much a military stereotype in that we met in uniform and got married on our lunch break in uniform. And the way we describe it, though, is that it just always made sense.
It was always easy.
You were always my person. I mean, we hadn't been together very long before the first crisis hit our family. Like, we were not married when the first crisis hit our family. We were dating for a few weeks, and I was literally driving to your house for dinner. But I didn't think to call my leadership. I didn't think to call my NCOs. My first thought was to call you.
Yeah.
And I mean, we have crushed everything that life has thrown at us ever since, and we will continue to do so.
Yeah.
And
it's been fun.
Yeah. It's been crazy, but it has been so much fun. And that's the other thing is we have both been married and divorced before. Life, we have never stopped laughing, even when life is hard, even when life throws curveballs at us.
We always find the joy in it.
Yeah. There will be joy in the morning.
Yeah.
And I think in later episodes, we'll talk more about marriage and military marriage and all that jazz that comes with it. But I like to describe our marriage as like, it just made sense from the moment we met. And we joked about getting married every day for like 3 weeks and filled out our marriage license 3 days before we got married, and not on a whim, but sort of on a whim, I think you were like, what do you want to do for lunch? And I was like, let's get married.
Yeah.
And then we did. We went and we did it. And it has been the best thing ever since.
Truly found my best friend.
Yeah, you better say that.
She doesn't beat me.
Blink twice.
Yeah.
Oh man, we're gonna get canceled on our first episode. They were joking about this. No. Wandering Veteran started that joke, and we have rolled with it.
Now, yeah.
Yeah, he used to be Broken Joe Podcast, and now he's just Doc. Well, now he's Wandering Veteran. We call him Doc. Great guy. Love him to death. He started this joke over some silly video we made.
That I get beat. So.
Yeah, and we unfortunately ran with it, and now it's just a blink twice joke. But it's almost like an inside joke, like don't forget the beans.
Yeah, that's a very inside joke that only a few know.
Yeah, a select few of I call them my OGs, but people that have followed me for years or supported me for years and have just been really engaging on all social media platforms, really, and actually helped us with something for one of the organizations we work with. We should interview the other one, or is he even a veteran? I don't know.
Which one?
Shout out Ruben. Are you even a veteran?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. But he's great.
Yeah.
We love him to death. He's referred to as Uncle Ruben.
He's Unc.
He's Unc.
He's Unc.
Yeah, but he so much so that your parents, my in-laws, mom and dad, shout out mom and dad, they were like, is that your family member? He's always commenting on your videos. And I was like, no, that's just him.
Yeah.
He's
just
on
Unc.
every video. Yeah, that's just Uncle Ruben.
Yeah.
We invited some of my OGs to our wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I have gone severely off track.
Yeah.
What else? We've talked a lot about advocacy and...
I think really we need to, explain, I guess, what we see this podcast going and what listeners could expect from this podcast.
Wow,
or
it's
viewers.
Like you read my mind.
Yeah.
We should get married.
We should.
Well, end of March.
Yeah.
Okay. I think honesty always. I got my online platform on telling the truth,
Yeah.
is the way that I describe that. I've always told my story. I've always been very honest about what we're going through and my lived experiences. So honesty always, you will get real life honest stories and experiences from us and from whoever we decide to have on the podcast. Resources for military spouses, veterans, service members, and organizations that we believe in. We won't ever talk about an organization that we don't align with.
No, we won't ever just like partner with someone that just for money or anything like that.
Yeah.
Everything that we would ever promote on here or like
talk about
is something we truly believe in.
Blended family chaos. And I think, like, right now, we're getting on this podcast. It's the first episode, and we're talking about what to expect. And, you did X amount of years, and I did X amount of years, and this is how we got to the point of starting a podcast. But sometimes life is going to throw life at us.
Yeah.
And we're not going to come up on here and be like, everything's great, and rainbows and sunshines.
You're gonna get the real us.
Yeah, so sometimes we're probably going to come up on here and drop one too many F-bombs. I've crashed out on the internet one too many times. This is just another platform to crash out on, you know? Yeah, I guess always expect from us full transparency in the organizations that we talk about, in the experiences that we talk about, with the guests that we bring on. We're always going to do our best to give you guys the full story and
authentic selves.
Yeah, like that's the thing we pitch to every organization that we work with. We do their social media and we're like, hey, this professional stuff is great, but we want to see like your authentic selves.
Yeah.
We want to see what you guys are doing. One of our directors is in, recovery right now and still taking meetings and calls from the hospital on bed rest.
Yeah.
And we're like, hey,
send
us a video of you in bed suffering so that we can post this online. And they don't get it, but then we post it and it gets the views, and we don't just post him struggling in a hospital. We make it a ha funny, because
we make it real.
Why are you filming on a brick? I have questions. But that's, I think, the biggest thing with across all platforms for everything and every influencer, whatever, is that online nobody wants to see a character or a skit anymore. We want to see your true, authentic self. We want to see your messy bedroom and the real life.
Yeah.
Like, we're sitting here on our couch with our no primer, black painted housing wall.
Glossy wall.
Like, filming a podcast. I'm in my PJ shorts and my Poppy t-shirt with my haphazardly installed tape-ins. And,
this is us. Yeah.
This is us.
I'm in my black t-shirt.
Yeah, as always.
Yeah.
I almost guarantee he will never be in anything else.
One day it might surprise you.
It's like a reward. Man, our entire closet is just black t-shirts and black clothes. All of that to say, we're always going to show up as we are, who we genuinely are. I mean, take it or leave it, but please take it.
Yeah. This is us. And I think this show is going to greatly highlight us in different aspects of what we post on social media.
I think it's giving, I have my online platform, and I feel like my community understands me and they know me in some sense. But I think this is giving them another avenue to understand us and me and our life and the lifestyle of a military spouse and a veteran on a completely different level. I feel like a lot of the bigger organizations are losing that, one-on-one camaraderie, the like individuality that comes with, individual creators and spaces like this. And so, I mean, yeah, we keep talking about how we're going to show up as our authentic selves, but really, we're going to be able to highlight more people, more resources authentically and personally, that personal aspect of it. And I'm just really excited.
Yeah, I am too. And like we've said before, we're going to do this for the past 2 years. We've been wanting to do a podcast. We've been wanting to do a podcast. We've wanted to do a podcast. And so, like, finally we're actually getting to it. And I think right now is a good time for this. And, like, our journey in, like, the veteran nonprofit, what we're doing and everything.
Yeah, for all of the organizations that we work with, this is just another avenue to highlight them, but also to talk to some, like, one of our directors, not the one I just talked about, used to do a really cool, important job for the Navy.
Yeah.
And has all these other, businesses and things that he does. And he has been out of the Navy for approximately 2 seconds. How, like, I want to know more about him and his story and how did he get here. And I think it would be great to highlight stories like that for people that want to be in spaces like this or want to do what he does.
Or even just to share their testimony and, like, so other people could hear, like, where they came from and how they get to where they're at now.
Yeah. I mean, and yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Also, the earth is flat.
Yeah. That's a joke in our house because last year we gaslit our kids.
A year and a half, I have been rage baiting our 12-year-old into flat earth conversations to encourage her critical thinking skills. And instead, I've just been rage baiting all of our children.
And we had to stop because our youngest was like, no, the earth is flat.
Yeah, she started to believe me. Today was the first time she argued back about the earth being round.
She went and got evidence, too.
She went and got one of her science books and said, here, read this. And I went, I can't read. Yeah.
No, anyways, ADHD.
Yeah.
What?
Is this rage bait?
Yeah. Like my cat picture on there.
Yeah.
But like, why do you think it's important that we are doing this now? Not just for ourselves, but for others?
I think it's, I mean, regardless of when we did this, right? I think the goal ultimately was to tell our story and to help others. But I think it's important that we do this now because it took me a year and a half to find a space where I felt like I had a community as a veteran. And it took me creating my own space for military spouses. And I don't think it needs to be that way. And I think it's important work that we're doing. And I think if we make it easier for veterans, spouses, service members, families, blended families, moms, dads, whoever that just wants to find comfort in our content in whatever form, that Ruben has nothing to do with any of the communities that we just talked about, right? But he finds a lot of comfort in us and our content. And, that's just one example, right? But I think it's important to give people not necessarily a safe space, but a community that they can always rely on. And I really
someplace
hope
they
to
can find
that.
resources.
I mean, yeah, but how many times are we going to say that we're going to highlight resources?
No, yeah, I know, but like I just want to be an outlet for people.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Like,
I want to be an outlet for people to find whatever they need or whatever they find or whatever they're looking for.
Yeah. I think that's a really good way to word it.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a love-hate relationship with the fact that it took me 1.5 years to find the veteran space, and the fact that I had to create my own space for spouses. I think that's a little ridiculous.
Yeah.
But someone out there needs this more than we need to do this, you know?
Yeah.
And I think, yeah.
Well, I'm really excited to start this and like pull the trigger on getting to do this finally.
Yeah, we've talked about it for so long. I'm excited to see where this goes and to see where this takes us, even if it continues to only take us to our living room couch.
It's still gonna be fun. So
I mean, we do this, all the time on TikTok, anyways.
Yeah.
We just sit on our couch and talk.
And
so
talk to each other.
We might as well just
record it.
Turn on a mic.
Yeah.
Closing thoughts, feelings, opinions.
I don't know. I'm glad to be here and I'm glad to be doing this. Like I keep saying that, right? But I am happy that we're doing this finally. I'm excited for the people we have that we're wanting to interview. I think that's going to be like different points of view and all this stuff we've been talking about out there for them to see. But it's also just going to be fun to like hang out. All this other stuff.
I'm really proud of you, and I'm really proud to be your wife, and I'm really proud to be doing this with you.
Yeah.
And also, I have the biggest crush on you.
I love
you. I love you. Are we wrapping it? Are we good? Are you good?
I think that's good for now.
Okay, I love you all. Bye. Oh wait, I gotta get really close to the camera and to the mic. Okay, I love you all. Bye.
No. Yeah. That's it, I think, for this first episode.
Episodes will be dropping every Sunday. We haven't locked down a time yet, so whatever time this one drops, every Sunday at this time.
Evening time, I would say. So you get your nightly... Aaron...
Flo and Snow. Your Flo and Snow before bed.
Yeah.
Your Sunday reset.
So you could serenade you before you go to sleep.
Yes. Anyways, new episodes every Sunday in the evening. We haven't locked down a time yet. We will have a couple episodes releasing consistently at first. We're going to bulk film a few of them.
We're interviewing someone this week.
Hopefully she says yes.
She'll say yes. Yeah.
She'll say yes. She is on our board of directors and she does really amazing things. And our board of directors, meaning Millsville Mom Talk. And okay, episodes dropping every Sunday. Flo and Snow, we love you all.
Yeah, thanks for listening and hanging out with us.
If you hung out this long and you're watching this online, comment how many fingers I'm holding up. Wait, okay. No, we'll make it spicy. Okay, comment how many fingers I'm holding up, and then comment the total fingers we're holding up. Watch, no one's gonna comment. No comments. Yeah. It's me and you commenting.
It's alright.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, well, thanks for tuning in.
Adios, amigos.
We love you.
Okay, bye. No, you have to end it.